Good evening, Kurt. Spiritual Collective. Alright. Let's see what the universe spirit has to tell us on this night. Universe. Spirit. Guides, guardians, angels, demons, spirits above, below, and in between. What messages do you have for us on this night for our highest and most prosperous good? Okay, so I'm sure you heard it. Cards are flying out everywhere. And I can't really tell you which ones though. I know what the first one was. From then on, it's just like a lot of flinging out. Okay. The first one that fell in my lap was the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, you're hard at work. This is I like the 8 of Pentacles. It feels like to me, this is something that it's something that you enjoy doing. Okay, yes, you have your job that you do, and you may enjoy that, you may not. Okay, most people probably don't, but this is something that you actually enjoy doing. So maybe you do enjoy your job, but I feel like this is kind of like a side thing that you're doing. This is kind of your own business. See, she has her own shop. She's making her potions. She's doing her thing, and she's enjoying it. This is you. That you're doing a lot of different things too. You're making a lot. You're doing a lot, and you're content in this. I feel like this is a content card. You're really just enjoying the process. You're in the process. You're doing the thing, right? Okay. At my feet, the Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this feels really good. This energy feels really good. You definitely have a lot of emotional stability. You're centered. I don't know if I saw that the last time. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. There's a cauldron here. There's a cauldron. Oops, sorry. There's a cauldron here. And there's a cauldron in this one too. So you're definitely brewing something up. Like you could specifically be actually literally brewing something up, but also too you're actually like there's something that you're doing, that you're adding to, that you're mixing to, that you're refining, that you're making. And it feels really good. It feels really prosperous. It feels warm. It feels like a lot of growth is here, okay? This is a good feeling I'm getting from this. Oh, you have the Emperor on top of, Judgment. Interesting. Fell like this. Emperor on top of Judgment. Both right side up. We had the Emperor come to us in a prior reading. So I still feel like, yeah, this is definitely your energy. We have the Judgment here. Like the Pied Piper type of energy, but, or like imagery. When I saw it, I almost like thought the Fool, right? It felt like when I didn't see the Judgment, I just saw her playing the flute and the cat with the butterfly going off, moving on. So there is like this new begin, like there is like a Fool type energy to this, like at least in this reading. It does feel like there's something that you're really embarking upon. But again, with this Judgment here, so it kind of has dual meanings, right? At least for this reading. I feel like you're able to make sound judgment based off of things that you logically put into place, that you think out, that it's thought out before moving forward. But when you move forward, you move with confidence because of the way you think these through. And that's what I'm getting. At least right now, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands. I'm pretty sure this is the one that really flew out further away in the reverse. So I'm not sure how this plays in just yet, but I do know that we did have in a prior reading the Queen of Wands pop out as our energy. I don't know if it was reversed then too. I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't think it was. But this time it was. I feel like sometimes there's some reluctance here. I'm seeing some reluctance in her face, at least when I'm looking at the card now. You know, sometimes when you do readings, the cards change. That's not that they change, it's just that you see things differently. And right now I'm seeing a bit of, she's definitely holding her flowers. Okay. Okay, so when I look closer, yeah, no. You're confident. She's confident. The Queen of Wands is confident, but there is a little bit of reluctance. So a little bit of that, you have this. You have the Queen of Wands, but there's a part of you that holds back a little bit. Could be holding back this Queen of Wands for whatever reason. I see that the Three of Pentacles is to its left. This is upright. It could be because of working with others. You may hold this Queen of Wands back a little bit because of how others perceive you, or you feel that they perceive you. Could be part of it. It's always interesting to see how the cats are interacting in these cards. The cats are always doing something. This feels pretty good. It looks like, okay, so we had the Eight of Pentacles where you're working, and now we have the Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of work vibes here. This is more obviously with others, right? Where I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is you working on your solo stuff. That's solely for you. And this is with others. You may be collaborating with others, and maybe you feel you have to tone down the Queen of Wands for whatever reason. Not sure. There is a card to the left of the Three of Pentacles that is face down. So I have no idea what it is right now. It is right side up. It is the Queen of Pentacles. That's the underlying energy that's kind of hidden, unseen, kind of like in the background. Yeah, no, this is you. I mean, this is like the energy surrounding you. It's not, it's kind of, yeah, it's a part of your energy, right? Oh, the cats. Oh my god, look at it. Oh, they're so sweet. I'm sorry, can't help it. You know, the cats is laying around. There's one chasing a bee, and then there's one in the money. Definitely you've got stability here. You've definitely got stability. You have a reasonable mind. You move forward through, well, because and through this stability. Your ability to move forward in a confident way is because of the stability that you have for yourself. I feel like also too you play your own beat. You kind of go to the beat of your own drum, even though this is a flute. Something about music here as well could be in significant for you, because I'm drawn to the notes. But there's a feeling here. And again with Judgment, but I feel like it's more about the judgment of others that has you kind of in this place of you don't find it hard to express yourself. I don't feel like you do. I mean, maybe a few of you do, but I feel like a lot of you are in your confidence. But there's been a little bit of, probably because of how people treated you, a little bit of holding back. You're still magnificent, but you feel you have to tamper it down or not shine as bright when it comes to dealing with others, because of how others have treated you, because of how others treat you, because of others perceiving you in your Queen of Wands energy. They perceive you a certain way, so you kind of feel uncomfortable being exactly like showing that side of yourself when it comes to working with others, I feel. That's just what I'm getting right now off of this. Mm-hmm. It feels prosperous. It feels stable. Mm-hmm. Feels like you're moving into you've moved into your, well, you've been moved into yourself, right? You're comfortable with your energy, obviously, but you're really, it's just about not letting things really change the way you feel of expressing yourself. That's the only thing that I feel in this thing that's really coming out negative. The High Priestess of Fire. Oh, right when I say that, the High Priestess of Fire. And note that this was the Queen of Wands, the fire sign, the feminine fire sign here. So it could be a feminine fire sign that could be coming out, that this is significant for someone of that. But I feel like, yeah, because I was just saying that and I pulled that card. So there is something there. You do have this really wonderful, like, fiery energy about you. Loyalty. Loyalty. I don't pull this card that much for these readings. I may have pulled it a couple times, but in relation to how many readings I've done, this one hardly ever comes out. Loyalty. You are loyal. You're loyal to yourself, but you're loyal to others. Like if you're in a dynamic and it's a healthy dynamic, you are actually pretty loyal. And the fact is that a lot of the time, like all of the times, it's other people betraying you. You don't, and you're actually even okay with them after they treat you badly. If you're in a, not that you let people treat you badly and that you go back. Like let's say you're in a work situation and someone gets a little like side comment in and says something, but you know, you still like treat this person with respect at work. Like not that you respect them, because obviously, don't get me started on that. Respect is earned, but you are you give them polite treatments. You don't go out of your way to do what others seem to love to do to you. You don't try to provoke. You don't try to... Oh, that's another thing too. Maybe this provoking thing could be the reverse Queen of Wands. We'll get more into it. I don't want to get off topic. You don't do this to other people like how they do to you. So you are very loyal in many cases, and you can sever ties and you can distance yourself. But especially if you're in a good functioning relationship, like a work dynamic or a relationship dynamic or something that's with multiple people, you'll always be pretty loyal, and usually it's them who makes the mistake, right? And wants to mess around. See what see what happens, right? Playful. Okay, yeah, I was noticing all the cute kitty cats. Of course, there's a lot of cute kitty cats in the stack. There's this playful kitty cat little energy coming through. Don't forget to be playful. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to enjoy your life and really just find those times to engage in innocent, playful fun, whatever that is for you. There's wishing here. There is some goal that you have. One second. You're comforting another version of yourself. There's a past version of yourself that you are comforting. I know that that sounds odd, of how to try to explain this. You're embracing a past version of yourself. Oh, with wishing. Okay, so there was a past version of yourself that didn't find success in something that they were doing, that you were doing. Okay, you were doing something, and maybe you had unrealistic expectations, or maybe you thought it was going to be a certain way and it turned out another way, or maybe you just didn't wait long enough, you didn't have enough patience. And then, like, now you're looking at it differently. Now you see what you can do better this time. But you have a place in your heart for comforting that past version of yourself. It's kind of like forgiving your past version for not quite understanding or knowing. So there's compassion for yourself here, for a wish that you feel didn't come true, or that is developing now as a new version of yourself that's stronger and can face what needs to be faced because you've healed that past version of yourself. That's another way to look at it, healing, comforting and healing that past version of yourself that was disappointed with not getting what you had wanted, right? The fledgling. This came in reverse, and I'm not sure if that's just the way I picked it up. This is off to the side. What am I getting with this? You're starting again. You're starting new again. There's something that you did. There was a past thing, and you're starting over on it. And it's in the mix. You know, you've got it on the back burner, but you're doing it. You're gonna give it another go. So it's got that fledgling energy to it, that new beginning energy to it. And then there's that judgment. See, for some reason I'm getting that Fool and Judgment at the same time in this card, even though it's a Judgment card. So you're able to assess your past and what you bring to the table now and move forward now more confidently. Being able to judge what you've done, and you're more stable now with this Emperor energy, with that Judgment, to move forward. And really, it's planned out, it's plotted out. The stars are more aligned, right? You've put more time has gone by. It's a different sky, right? There's different stars in the sky. You know what I'm saying? It's a different cycle. It's a different go at this, whatever you're going for. Okay? And again, with this new fledgling energy, you're not 100% new at it, but you're taking a new turn on that thing. And it's something that lights you up. A project that lights you up. Something that really gets you going. The High Priestess of Water. Watch that you don't get too emotional surrounding these things. There was movement to it. It did want to get reverse. But I'm feeling like you have a strong connection to water. You may need to visit water if you can, in a natural setting, if you can. This will be beneficial for you. If not, engage water in the way that you're able to. But if you can visit a larger area of water, if you live near an ocean, or if you live near like a beach, or if you live near a lake, even a stream, something, you need to engage, interact with the spirits of the water, right? And like there's something there too to like connect with that element more. Of course, with spiritual baths and stuff like that, but I'm also getting the natural aspect of like the going out in nature and in water. There's something there too to open you up a little bit more and get you a little more expansive. There's definitely a lot of imagination here. You got two High Priestesses out. You got water and fire, which is interesting. Temperance, right? Water and fire. Isn't that what the temperance elements, you think about it, water and fire, right? Water puts out the fire, and so that's interesting. So you need to balance these. You need to engage these together. Okay, you need to balance them out, trapped came in the reverse. I feel like you're learning to untrap yourself. Yeah, sometimes you do feel like you get into this space, and usually it's you're clocking it more, right? You know, like when it's coming. You know when you're more emotional, and you're able to, like, okay, I'm more emotional in this location. I'm more emotional during this time, during this cycle, during this whatever it is. So, you know, when you're there for a little while, you may feel you're able to reverse it and free yourself. Again, I don't feel like that's something that's really has much of a hold on you. Really. High Priestess of Earth. Okay, we're getting a lot of High Priestesses out here. Okay, so the elements are very important right now. Working with the elements. And your stability. Your stability is really good. This is a really good read. The money should be at least that stable, fertile grow of material wealth. Should be pretty good. There's a lot of promise in that. And working towards that. Confidence. Yeah. You're building your confidence. You have a lot of confidence. You're doing well. You have a lot to be confident for. Especially moving forward again after whatever kind of losses, or you just have this newfound confidence. Again, newfound confidence with this Judgment card. I still, again, with the Fool is coming out so hard. But Judgment. Because you have this confidence now that you've built over time. That you've dealt over time. But you know that you built over time. Choices, of the choices that you've made. The choices that you've made. Okay. You're really able to, judging the choices. You judge, you're analytical, you're self-analytical. You can really know when you're, what kind of choices that you're making, and what kind of space that you're in. The pros and cons of things. You're able to weigh them out in a way. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing this time around. It's way much more confident. It's way much more centered and grounded. So yeah, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good here. Oh, what's with this card? Why did it stay in the... Ah! Oh, whoa, okay. So, I was about to put this deck back in the box, but there was one card that was left. And so I pulled it. Oh. Fulfillment. That's what's waiting for you. And then, of course, it knocked over another card in the other deck. Where it was next to, and knocked it down, and it was what? The Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords. So you have the fulfillment. Fulfillment is coming. You know, it's there. It's kind of hidden. It's kind of separate. There's some effort here. There's some effort for the fulfillment. There's some effort in trying to look and see the fulfillment that you have and engage in it. But you're making that effort. You actually are making that effort. You're more grateful for what you have now. Not to say that you weren't, but I feel like there's more... You're taking more time to really be in your life, really experiencing what you have and what you can do with what you have. Five of Swords, though. Let me look at the... Let's see, what do we got here? The cats. Yeah, Interesting. Interesting here. I almost feel like this is you Because there's this confidence here. She feels confident, at least in this reading, in this card, in this reading. She's confident, and I feel like these are other people. When they're around you, they feel like, well, what about us? You can do all this. You got all these swords. What about us? If you see that, they're crying. Oh, I'm sorry. They're crying. They're on this other side. They're crying. They're upset. They're looking at what you can do. And the cats are kind of doing their own thing, looking at the book, and so like there's some magic here. And maybe this is why you again tone down this this Queen of Wands energy sometimes, because every time you come off as confident, people take it as you're too confident, just because you are able to manifest with ease, it looks like. But it's not like it didn't take some hard work. You learned how to do this. You took the time to learn to cultivate your skills. And I feel like you're intelligent, and you're pretty good with intellect, and you really can know how to use words. You're really good with communication. And a lot of people misunderstand your communication sometimes. I get that as well. But yeah, so your fulfillment, when you're feeling fulfilled, sometimes people feel like they're losing out. You know, that's irritating, but I mean, we already know. We know that's what's going on. Let's see, clarifying life situations. Yeah, let's clarify this a little bit. I think it's pretty clear, though, in a lot of ways that you're moving forward, and that people just are upset about your confidence, and they feel like you have more than them, or that you're able to do more than them, and then that makes you feel like you have to lower yourself in a way, which you really don't have to do. Wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. So people have already been there before. Even if you don't see them in person, there's a lot of people online who have been there that can help you. And if you can find a physical mentor or get mentorship, however you do it. But wise counsel will help you. Okay, so there's two messages here. We have honor your worth. Recognize your value and stand proudly in your truth. So don't be afraid to stand proudly in your truth. Knowing that self-love is the foundation of all other relationships. Don't feel guilty for self-love. This came in the sideways, so now I'm reading the other one, okay? So that's an important. Self-embrace. Step into your own love and acceptance. For when you love yourself, everything will fall into place. Okay. So love yourself. I'm also feeling like honor your worth is really like, is really the deal here. But practice self-love. But yeah, recognize your value and stand proudly in your truth. Knowing that self-love is the foundation for all other relationships. But then I feel like I'm standing in my truth and my confidence, and other people get upset. That's getting you a little bit. That's getting you. How are other people going to take this if I'm doing better than they are at this moment in time? And it's not you've had some hardships. Everyone has hardships they have to go through. Not everything is easy, right? Even if it looks easy, it probably obviously wasn't, especially if it was something that they had to work hard for, or that had to take time, And especially online, there's a lot of things that appear a certain way that actually you don't see a lot of the back stuff that went into it. You're only seeing a little bit of, you're seeing the successes. You're not seeing the failures. I mean, it might share some failures with you, some stories, but you're more likely going to see the successes. And also too, like let's take example of channels and stuff. Like, you can delete stuff, so it looks like oh, I have 5 videos and I have you know, like 50K subscribers or something like that. I don't know, just making up numbers. But it's just like, really? I'm sure a lot more went into it than that. So what I'm saying is, when people, their perceptions of you are not true, and it's okay for you to stand in your power. But people really like to, when you stand in your power, for some reason it's offensive to people. I don't get it, but shouldn't let that get you down, okay? Walking unscathed. You were fortunate. A trap was laid, but your wisdom kept you from falling into it. Your wisdom kept you from falling into a trap. Yeah, there was something laid out for you to get you snagged into, because you're protected. You are protected. Flames of passion. We have the fire here, the fire signs here, right? We have the High Priestess of Fire and the Queen of Wands. Remember this passion, and also this passion that's burning within you, within your heart, for what you are passionate about. Flames of passion. So that's an important part of this read. Let flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey. Okay, yeah, this is that whole playing it smaller than you should, because of what kind of fires that are going to be around you, with people around you. Also too, just make sure that you're doing the right thing. But I feel like you're okay. I'm really feeling that it's like you're feeling like, I don't know, that it's too much, or people perceive you like it's too much. Where they go, get out and be inspired to keep working toward your life purpose. That's what you've been doing. You're working. You're very inspired to work towards your purpose. You're stable. You're going. You're doing. You're doing what needs to be done. Okay. And you're moving forward. Feels really positive. On your own. It's time to take some alone time and be single to get a new perspective. So if you're single, take this time to get a perspective on it. I'm pretty much thinking that this is just being alone and getting some alone time for yourself to get perspective. Just take time to have some alone time, so that you can really think, okay? The frost of stillness. Ooh. Embrace the frost of stillness, where in the realm of joy pause. I'm sorry, within the realm. Where in the calm of joy pause. Does that make sense? Okay. Hold on. Let me use I think I'm reading this wrong. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm sorry, I'm going to read this again. Okay, so maybe there's some miscommunications or some misunderstanding, obviously. But anyways, embrace the frost of stillness, where in the calm of icy pause, that makes sense, reflective clarity is found. So you're supposed to take some time to alone and reflect, to pause, to be calm. I was about to say, what? Doesn't make sense. But yes, that makes perfect sense. So, You need that time to pause and just reflect. Ooh, yeah. Crystal of clarity. Crystal of clarity. Illuminate your path with openness and insight, revealing yourself for a newfound understanding. Readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. Okay, so really, yeah, taking that time alone to clarify, to think, to really get clear about what you want, to really get focused and clear, and really think with that clear head. Sometimes, like the color that they use on the cards, it's hard to read, like white on white. But anyways, you're doing good. Heart's desire. Sing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want. Yeah. And what was I saying about music and song here? You're following your heart. You're following your heart. You're moving forward. Your heart's desire. Your heart's desire. It's in the heart. What you're working towards. This thing that you're really passionate about. Right track. You are going on the right. You're going in the right direction. So keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. You're on the right. You're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. You're taking the right steps. Just keep going. Don't stagnate. That's another thing. Just don't stagnate. Okay, this fell sideways, so 2 messages. Enjoy the journey. Embrace each moment fully. Staying open to new experiences and lessons along the way. So opening yourself up to new things. Emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. So yeah, that really reminds me of like when she's healing, when you're comforting your past self that went through this failure or didn't quite make it or whatever it is. Now you're looking at this same situation that you're doing, that you're approaching with new eyes, and you're looking at each moment. It's more of a journey. It's more of the moments. It's more of an experience going through building what you're building. And you're opening yourself up to this new way of looking at things. And every ending is new. So that ending is in your beginning anew. It's in beginning. And it's a beginning of a new, stronger path where you're much more focused. You're much more strong than you were. Sorry. Remember, this fell with the Emperor. So, you know, you're starting out and everything, but you're with this newfound devotion. But it's built on stability. But anyways, you had the Emperor with that fell on that card. That's why I was trying to find that. Sorry. I'm coughing here. Yeah, this looks really good. This is that new journey you're on. And you're doing well. Meadow of moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where experience blossoms in the simplicity of now. Yeah, you're taking it one moment at a time. One moment at a time. That's why you're taking it. And it's a better perspective. Because before, you were looking at it like, okay, I've done this and this. Why isn't it here? Why isn't it here? Why isn't it further along? Now you're going step by step. And you're really fully in it, right? You're experiencing. Sorry. You're experiencing life more fully. You're experiencing the journey. You're not getting too wrapped up in the outcome and stressing yourself out. And if you feel like you have little moments of that, like starting to creep in, you take a moment, you stop, you reflect, and you get clear about what you're doing and why you're doing it, right? That's what you're doing. It's a better perspective than you did have before. It's really going to help you move forward. It's really going to help you reach more potential, reach your goal faster, in a way, right? In a healthy way. You're going to use more discernment when dealing with others because you're not rushed to get something done, right? You're taking yourself seriously. You're taking your health seriously, like, you know, your mental health. Wisdom, yeah, much more wisdom now. You've gained so much more wisdom with this past version of what you were doing and how you approached it and the approach that you're taking now. Much more wisdom. Where's that Emperor card? It's buried. It is buried, but yeah. You're charted out. You know what you're doing. You're so much wiser because of the time. See, I wanted to show you the image because it had the star charts that he was that he had, you know, sitting at his feet. But anyways, it's there, and with that time and that wisdom, right? And patience. Patience, yeah, because it's developed over time. A new cycle. It's probably been years since you started the first thing that you started, and you put it down, and you're picking it back up, and you're doing the thing again in a different way. And you might be going even slower than you think you should go. But it's very steady. And it's helping you. The steadiness is helping you. Patience. You gotta be patient. You've learned patience because you've had to. If you want to develop this big pearl here, it's going to take some time. And you're a different person. Independence. Yeah, you're independent. This work that you're doing, I mean, you may work with others, you may collaborate, you may have a job that you do for money or whatever. This is something that you're doing independently for yourself. That you're building your own dreams, your own goals. You know. You're also a very independent person. You probably don't ask for help that often. You probably do a lot of stuff on your own. And also, too, this could be isolating as other people. They tend to take your independence. That's another thing. The confidence and the independence that gets people upset. Because look, there's two people here. And there's only one of you. But you have all this. And they're like, oh, you know. Yeah, there's something there. Open your mind. Open your mind. Yeah, you have a vast imagination. Not only do you have a vast imagination that helps you, like, really create beautiful things and it gives you new ideas, it also opens you up to divine inspiration. You get a lot of divine inspiration. You get a lot of divine guidance. You get a lot of spiritual ideas. And you get a lot of downloads. Sorry. Sometimes the stuff in the air, you know. Try not to cough during this whole reading, right? Hold on. You're doing well. Structure. Yeah, you have structure. Again, another structure card. You're stable. You have the Queen of Wands, underlying energy. You have a lot of priestess energy, and you have that Emperor. You have structure. You have structure in your life. You're building more structure too. You're really building up the things. You're reevaluating your structures too. You're adding more, you're doing more for the structures in your life, right? Oh, meditation, of course. With that calmness and that stillness that we had earlier, meditation is really important to really focus that mind and really get you into a headspace of being able to be clear about what you want, and also to better hear the guidance that you're getting from the divine when you're opening up, right? When you're opening up, tapping into that guidance through meditation. Anyways, you're also feeling there's also a spiritual calling to you as well. It's a good read. Oh, you got peace and you got inspiration. Your inspiration is moving. Your inspiration is cyclic, so it was moving. But peace. Peace and inspiration. So you're going to be really inspired. And if you ever feel like you're not, if you feel like you're blocked for whatever reason, you just need to find peace, and you're going to be able to tap into that inspiration. There's something about this peace that helps you, peace and meditation and being calm and being in that space of calm reflection, that really opens you up even more to more divine inspiration, okay? You're good. You're working towards your goals and your dreams. Other people might not understand it. They might get offended. They might get upset. But that's them. And you're you. Where have they been for you? You have been there for yourself. You need to continue to be there for yourself. You need to continue to tap into this confidence, and then be comfortable standing in it. I mean, yeah, people are going to be some people might be upset, but that's more about them than you. You're not flaunting it. You're just standing in it. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what strong leaders are supposed to do. You're a strong leader in some way, and that's just who you are. Okay? So just get used to it, and don't dim what you're bringing to this world. Don't dim your confidence. Don't be extra showy, but I don't feel like you're showy. I feel like you express who you are, and other people take it the wrong way. Don't let that get you down. Keep moving forward, okay? Keep moving forward, and when you feel like things are getting too flustered, too whatever, too stuck or whatever, calm down. Take that time to rest and meditate and connect. You have a strong connection. This connection gives you great inspiration and ideas. And these ideas feed this thing that you're building, and that you have built in the past, but you're revisiting in a new way that's really helping you heal your old version of yourself. So yeah, it's really positive. And don't forget to be loyal to yourself, and to show yourself love, and to really own your confidence.